All over here at the Thornbury Surfacing Stadium with Chippenham manager Gary Horgan, a 3-0 defeat tonight to Havant Waterlooville. Gary, talk us through your first thoughts in the aftermath, mate.
In short, I think we've been beaten by the better side tonight. I thought we started quite well first sort of 10 maybe 15 minutes, and then we got undone for the first time in quite a while by a good bit of play. I thought it was quite a bit of inventive play from them. Clever pass, scooped pass over the top. And yeah, that's the first time I think we've been undone for a while, either in a shape or whatever else. So, but then what happened after that was not something that I saw coming. I felt that they were just better than us all over the pitch in all areas for the next 20 minutes, and then obviously that you're fighting an uphill battle from there. So second half, I think we got a reaction at half time in terms of we made the game certainly far more competitive, and good to see that Faz came on, obviously made a difference. That helped as well. So yeah, look, overall, first time I think it's the first time I've been really disappointed with us as a group, really. But I temper it with the fact that they're a good side, full-time side, and I think tonight showed the difference between when you've got a side that are working together all week. Like you said, we're beaten by the better side tonight.
I think James Roberts added the second goal at the back post following a cross down the left-hand side. The third goal that I suppose really killed the game was a slight point of contention. Joe Newton running in. Callum looked as if he'd pulled out of the challenge, but such is the sort of the nature of these players. Quite clever how Havant go about their business. I think Joe Newton just about managed to tow it away, and I think momentum took him into Callum. Referee pointed to the spot, and that really kind of closed the door on any sort of result coming back from the game.
Yeah, I don't know. I'd have to watch it back to see whether it was or it wasn't a penalty. But more importantly, there's some poor play before that, which leads to it. So that shouldn't happen. Like I said, undone by a good piece of play for the first one, and then I think, as I said again, I'd have to look back at it. But I think two individual mistakes for the second piece. Like I said, I'll hold my hands up. Maybe got it wrong first half, although again started really well. So perhaps they didn't. Like I said, maybe I was a tiny bit too aggressive in terms of the shape that we went with, but ultimately, numerically we were fine. Like I say, just a good piece of play, but yeah, just a little bit disappointed with how we reacted to the first goal.
You said obviously, alluded to Faz coming back on there, making his first appearance, I believe, at home. Obviously, he came on against St Albans late on and featured in the Hendon game, and unfortunately then fell victory to injury. It's great to see players like Faz coming back through, and I suppose over the next couple of weeks it's going to be a really important option for you at the top of the park.
Yeah, look, you can see second half. Like I said, it just enables us to be slightly more aggressive in the way we play, because he's got the athleticism to get around the park, so you're able to sort of kind of engage higher up the pitch and press a little bit higher up the pitch, so to speak. And also, you can play sort of down the sides a little bit more, and you can make those sort of longer passes into the channels. Yes, he does sometimes make sort of workable balls into good passes. So yeah, he did well. He had a couple of chances as well. Keeper's pulled off a good save from both. So it's nice to see him back. And like you said, you can see when he's on the pitch, things happen.
Difficult to find positives sometimes in a 3-0 defeat, Gary, but I suppose one of the big positives for yourself as a Chippenham man and a club man, that tonight, following the Lincoln home game, a little bump in the attendance. We wouldn't normally get 500 in here on a Tuesday night, especially with the travelling fans not being so significant, but it seems as if a little bit of the residual effect of the Lincoln City game is sort of shown in the terraces tonight.
Yeah, that's great. That's great. Like I said, disappointed that we haven't been able to show them what I think we are about. We've been crying out to get back at home, and then we were a bit abject first half. But yeah, look, brilliant that people have come out, and like I say, stopping short of apologising for that, really. But yeah, fantastic to see loads of people here on a Tuesday night.
Bit of a deja vu for yourself this weekend, Gary. We go to Hastings, a team that you'll remember from your time on the coaching staff last year. They came down here in the FA Cup, I believe, third qualifying round, and did a bit of a job on us and took a 1-0 win. I suppose there's always that sort of tendency when you think you're playing aside from the lower echelons of the football non-league pyramid that it would be an easy game, but with these lot, by no means.
No, definitely. I think I've said it before. Even with the FA Cup, that people sort of talk about. Even maybe us having an easy run because we had 3 teams from lower divisions, and I think I said it in my programme notes a couple of weeks back. Just asked the 10 or 11 teams in our league that got knocked out by sides from the leagues below, and like you said, step 4 sides, even step 5 sides. So there's no easy games in the cup. We know ourselves from having played Lincoln that everything goes out the window for cup football. So we'll have a long trip Saturday. So we'll prepare for them Thursday as best we can. And yeah, hopefully, like I said, we can produce a performance. Unfortunately, most of those at the moment seem to be away from home, because we're away from home quite a lot at the moment. But yeah, look, again, we'll go there and try and win that game of football on Saturday.
And I suppose we should probably end it, Gary, with the news that broke earlier on today with Burton Albion tickets going on sale. I know it's probably not something that you necessarily want to be casting your mind to with a lot of football between now and then, but it's got to be exciting for yourself to sort of see the little bit of buzz around it. You go in the bar there, tickets being sold, coach travel being sold, to get away for what is arguably going to be the biggest game in your time at Chippenham and possibly in club history.
Yeah, look, it's great. It's great for the club. It's great for the fans. It's great for the town. It'll be great for us, hopefully, when we get there. But at the moment, as I've said before, my focus is on the next game. The next game is the biggest game because it's the one happening in the here and now. So there's no point losing every game between now and then. So look, we have got 2 weeks now to work on things and certainly prepare ourselves for getting better in the league, because we need to do that. Absolutely. Can't just turn up when we want to, in the cup matches. So yeah, look, we've got 2 weeks to get stuff right, so that when we do come to that Burton game, then like I say, we can put on a good show. But yeah, the focus now is firmly on Saturday, and like I say, putting things right for the next couple of weeks.
I suppose you've always been a big advocate of this, Gary, but obviously there are certain situations in football that kind of transcend the importance of between the white lines. Obviously in the 7th minute today, big round of applause from all of us here at Chippenham Town for Alex Fletcher. I know obviously with the Bath City link and obviously the slight rivalry between the 2 sides, it's always nice to sort of put a finer point on the fact that there are much bigger things in the world of football, and I'm sure that yourself, you've got a few things that you obviously want to pass along to Fletch.
Yeah, look, again, I know I mentioned it in my programme notes. People talk about pressure of the game against Lincoln and pressure and where we are in the league. It pales into total insignificance, really. It's so much more important. You do that, and you look at what's going on with Alex, and as I said in my notes, we pass on our best wishes and luck to him, his family, and everybody connected with it, because having been through a similar sort of situation here, it's something that still sort of, I think, sticks with you a little bit, it just at times it does really put things into perspective, look, all our best wishes go to him. We hope and I guess pray for him to get better, and hopefully that the signs of improvement that he's making continue. I did speak to Jerry at Bath, just briefly, just to pass on our best to him and all the squad and Alex obviously in particular. So yeah, look, again, as you say, it puts everything into perspective, really, and we hope that he gets better.
Super. Well, Gary, it's commiserations for the result tonight, obviously, from all of us. So through you, pass on the best wishes to Fletch, and we now look forward to Saturday in the FA Trophy. Seems to be a bit of a cup specialist. Good to see you, Gary. Let's see if we can take it into Saturday against Hastings.
Yeah, thanks so much.
Super, mate. Well done.